video, so I don't have to teach it again. All right. Teach you what's called a communication skill called QAQ. Okay. QAQ stands for question, answer, question. Who taught you that?
In the meeting.
When they taught you this in the meeting? Beautiful. So what was happening right there at that call is she was in charge of the question. She was asking all the questions, so she was in charge of the conversation. Okay? And what happened was, is since you weren't asking any questions, like if I say, okay, what color is your room at home?
Yellow.
Yellow? Okay. Who painted it that color? You or your family?
My family. But you interested in a job?
Yeah. Okay. So it's fine. All right. So when I'm asking questions, I'm in charge of conversation. Okay. So you ask me what color my room is at home, and then I want you to ask me how many pairs of shoes I have. Go ahead.
What?
Ask me what color my room is at home, and then ask me how many pairs of shoes I have.
What's the color of your room?
My room is blue. What color is yours?
Green.
Okay. So I took over the conversation. Okay. So the point is that you can't ask another question if you're thinking about the answer to the question asked of you. So when people on the phone are asking you questions, okay, if you just answer the question and stop, all they do is now think of another question, and then it just turns into another question, and it turns into another question, and then all of a sudden, then you lose control of the conversation. Yeah. Okay, like a normal one that receptionists always get trapped with is like, is this a telemarketing job? And naturally, what do you want to say? No. No, it's not. Okay, and then they go, and if you just say no, then they go, okay, well, what is it then? And you're like,
customer service.
It's a customer service. Okay, so is it on the phone or is it face to face? And then now you're on. Well, you're gonna have to talk to the manager. Okay, yeah. and now you're on the defensive. Okay, so if somebody says, I go. So but the easiest thing to always do, now the answers are up here. Yeah. That's why we have them on the wall, okay? Mm-hmm. But the easiest thing to do is just ask them the same question they asked you, okay? So is this a telemarketing job? No, it's not. Were you looking for a telemarketing job? No. Oh, okay, good. And now you can keep going. Okay. Is this a commission job or is this a per hour job? Actually, it's not a commission job. Were you looking for a commission job only? No. Oh, okay, good. All right. So, as opposed to, no, it's not. Okay, well, how does it work? If you just give an answer, then they just back up with another question and another question, another question. Yeah. So all you have to do is just ask them another question, and then when you ask the question, you just take over the conversation. If you notice, when people walk in my office, the first thing I do is I ask them like 17 questions. I go, hi, what's your name? Oh, I'm John. Hey, John. I say, hey, do you have any problem finding us? No, great. Why don't you come over here? So, how'd you find out about us? Oh, I found out in this. I immediately take over. Okay. So if you don't do that, then they come in, they go, what is this? Okay, and they start feeling like empowered, okay, like to ask a million questions, all right? So, and then by the way, somebody ever comes in and says, what is this? I go, this is an office. Were you looking for an office? Okay, yeah, great, okay, so why don't you come in, and do you have any problem finding us? I just take over the conversation, okay? So the person asking the questions is always in charge of the conversation, always, all right? So don't let if anybody ever starts bulldozing you with questions, just ask them a question. Doesn't matter what you ask them. You know, it's like, just like, oh, well, how do you spell your last name again, by the way? I didn't type it right. Oh, it's, Mills, M-I-L-L-S. Great. See, now they forget to ask more questions, because I just asked them a question, and they can't think of their questions now, and you just confuse their brain and keep going. Go Jedi mantra. Okay? So anytime somebody asks you a question, you always answer it with, you never just answer the question. You always end with another question. And that gives you control of the conversation, which you want to be in control. As opposed to like, just have to talk to the manager. I don't know. Let's talk to the manager. And then they like, why don't you know anything? Okay. and then they don't show up. Like that person might not show up just because you didn't feel confident. You know, it didn't sound like it did. It's like, why is she hiding information from me? You know, that's what it sounds like when you're just saying that. All right, cool. Keep learning.